So through the first 17 Fridays in reefer division only, I'm talking now lease, our solo average profit is a little over $1,300 a week, $1,300 a week. $1,300 a week. If you extrapolate that out over 52 weeks a year, it's going to be somewhere in the 70,000 range. If you extrapolate that out over 52 weeks a year, it's going to be somewhere in the 70,000 range. And what a better time to begin training. If you're not training now, I would encourage you to do it. Our average team is at $2,600 a week. All right. Which if you extrapolate that out over 52 weeks in a year, that comes out to a little over $135,000. And don't get me wrong, everybody that comes up to me is like, oh man, I never go home. I never go home. And that may be true. And here's the thing. I don't mean this the way it sounds. I don't care if you go home or not. I don't care if you go home or not. I'm talking about there's 365 days in a year. It's either a day that you're out generating revenue or it's a day that you're not.
Another little item that I got pinched on was, we're a husband-wife team. And well, sometimes I like to help Renee out. You just can't be in that seat driving on your partner's time with this AI because that AI knows who's driving.
Well, to be more specific, we would have never known except you ran a stop sign. And when we looked, it's like, that's not Renee. And that is a stop sign.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, this is my show. Hold on. This is my show.
Stand up.
Hold on, talking to the mic.
There was one lady who did not stand up, and I want you to stand up so we can recognize you.
That is the female driver coordinator who just stood up on that stage, interrupted that meeting, all because a brand new female driver did not stand up when they said stand and be recognized. So the person that's supposed to be the advocate and the support person for female drivers is humiliating and embarrassing a brand new driver. Didn't want to be recognized. Maybe she's an introvert. Maybe she's just nervous. The safety director is going to say people don't want to be in the limelight. And then what does he do? He gets down and they turn the camera on this woman. It is so difficult for people to give up their families at home, come across country, take a gamble that they're going to be able to do this job, that they're going to be able to succeed for a year, because a lot of people don't, and they humiliated this person. That's ridiculous. And then the safety director turns around and tells her, oh, well, you have a support in the woman who just outed you. I don't see how anybody would feel supported in that situation. And then the camera turns on her, and they follow her into the audience. You know what? I'm going to blur out her picture because I have more respect for that woman than they did that day. And I want to apologize to her. I don't know who it is, but I want to apologize to her because that shouldn't have been done.
Who was it?
There we go.
Everybody don't like the limelight. It's all right. Ma'am, who was it? Was it you? Oh, the pillar was in the way. That's why I didn't see you. All right. You want to come on up here and talk to us for a minute? Not at all? All right. Well, okay. See, this is what I do here. What's your name?
Christine.
Christine, where are you from?
Arkansas.
What part of Arkansas?
Ozarks.
The Ozarks. All right. So you're close to home. All right. Now, where did we steal you from?
What do you mean?
What did you do before you came to trucking?
EMS.
All right. So you're a first responder. All right. So if I go down because of all this stress, you're going to be able to save my life, right?
Absolutely.
Hopefully it's not IBS, but it's something else. But all right, what brought you to trucking? What gave you this idea?
Versatility. I can go to any other country and do this. So.
I've never had that answer before. Well, good deal. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Hopefully we can, provide some resources. You got an advocate over there indeed, but anybody else? Did you know you're sitting by the president of the company? That's a pretty cool company. He's like right here.
Now Dennis is bragging that the new president of Prime that replaced Robert Lowe, the owner, is sitting there next to them while that woman is being called out, harassed on live feed. And it's still up. I mean, this is ridiculous. And this is why drivers are walking away, in addition to not having miles and not making money. But this is part of the culture change. That would never have been allowed before. It would never have been allowed before.
Trust me, there's a lot of bad drivers out there. I'm one of them. I know he's not any better. So you unfortunately are in the terrible position of having to watch for us.